Good morning. Excuse me. Good morning. Good evening. Good afternoon. Welcome to Coping with Life. It is Saturday, everybody. I'm your host, Scott. Thank you so much for being here this week. I appreciate you wherever you are, and I appreciate everybody who helps promote my podcast, get mental awareness out there, and so I'm gonna just ramble for a bit. It's gonna just be a ramble. I have no direction, but happy holidays, and I hope you're doing well. And it's a little chilly for myself, but yeah. How are you? Hopefully you're well. If you're not, I hope things get better. So the thing that I want to ramble about, excuse me, is Spotify. Spotify released the Wrapped for podcasters, and I'm going to go through everything for mine, for coping with life, disabled and mentally ill, and just and maybe other things after this, but I wanted to go through this because being depressed, going through many different things in my life, getting this kind of boosted me up a little bit because it really helped me. So we're going to jump in, and I'm going to try and describe everything that I can. So in 2022, you did your thing. The people love it. I created 1,325 minutes of new content. That's more than 95% of other creators in the health and fitness category. Which, when I got that, I thought that was amazing. For being a weekly podcast about, mental health and dealing with life that I struggle every single day, and going through many, many different things, depression and sadness and other things, and just not feeling the best. And this is actually something that makes me feel better, just having other people tell me that I'm doing good and lifting me up, even though I like lifting other people up. So let's continue. Let's swipe up and you can't hear us, but we're clapping right now. So when I saw this on Tuesday, and that made me cry, because that just really brought tears to my eyes, that I'm doing something amazing, and being season 2, and just it gives me the motivation to continue. So let's continue this Spotify Wrapped. And your podcast loves to travel. Now, my podcast was heard in 4 countries. My top 3 was the United States, United Kingdom, and Sweden. Now, I don't know if this counts with people who listen to this podcast on Amazon or Apple Music or other podcasts. But I appreciate everybody, no matter where you're listening to me. It means the world to me. And it really, really does make me smile. And I thank you for promoting for me, telling your friends and family. And no matter where you are in the world, thank you. It means the world to me. And continuing, what are coping with life disabled and mentally ill listeners like exactly? So now this is for you, the listener. This is your personality. Your listener podcast personality is the adventurer. Your listeners venture out into the unknown, searching for fresher podcasts and gems yet to be found. And with that, I love you all. I do care so much that people like you, people who have been here for 2 years, or people who just joined this week, welcome aboard. I have my good days, I have my bad days, and I have days like today where it's really hard to think of something. I'm dealing with a lot of stress. I'm dealing with depression. Going through that I'm not good enough, that I don't deserve a lot of things. And so I wanted to lift me up and go through this. It's not sponsored. I am hosted by Anchor, which is a Spotify entity. But I'm just doing this because it genuinely makes me feel good. And thought that I would like to share this with my listeners that I care about very much. And just trying to find me find reasons to smile and continue. The next part, if you're on Spotify and you listen to this on Spotify, there's a Q&A. I created one, which is not accurate. I've actually created a few, but only one person responded. And I think it is just, are you enjoying my podcast? Or I think something along those lines. But I do appreciate, I'm trying, and I saw the podcast gained in followers and listeners this year, which I'm so glad to see the growth, and I'm continuing. And so, and again, this last part, brought me to tears because it just a small thing for me can touch my heart, and it just says, coping with life, disabled, and mentally ill. Thank you for sharing your podcast with the world. And that really goes a lot because I'm small. I don't get many listeners, and I'm me, and I want to help other people who either want to know how people with disabilities and mentally ill work, or opinions, or people to also support, or people who are struggling themselves. No matter what it is, I appreciate you. I appreciate everybody. And I've made a little over 80 episodes in the last 2 years, which I find amazing. I could be off on my math. I know I tried doing that a couple of weeks ago. But I'm continuing learning, and I'm just trying my best. And I like to talk about things that I'm really into, or just other hard subjects to discuss. Or like today, where I'm going to be rambling. And from when this came out, I don't know when the cutoff was, but 44 episodes. So I think it's from the last. I don't know. Anyway, that was the Wrapped, and I thought that was pretty amazing. Because the small things to lift me up and other people up, people who struggle, people who are dealing with a lot of things, and it's journey into the unknown. And one of the reasons why I like, venturing off into the unknown and trying things and, taking risks, because you never know what will happen, and either good or bad or whatever it may be. And I think that's good. So I love you all. I do. I care about all my listeners. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful, especially being the holiday season, where it's rough. Especially this week and the next couple days, they're gonna be really hard on me. And I feel it. I felt a couple days ago, knowing that this week is gonna be really hard. And I'm one of the reasons why I'm scattered brained, and so hopefully I can get through the next couple of days and get through December, and I'm very, very blessed that I'm I'm just grateful for the good people out in the world, and spread the positivity. And I, no matter what you are doing in the world, you know, keep on chasing your dreams. No, you know, everybody has ambitions. Everybody has goals that they want to do, myself included. And work hard on your goals. And that's what I'm going to be doing. I have some goals that I want to achieve. I want to get better. And yeah, I I feel like I'm not good enough, that I don't deserve things. And there's a lot of other battle that I deal with on a daily basis. And that's okay, not being okay. But you have to continuing doing your best. And even if your best is just laying in bed for 48 hours doing absolutely nothing, that's okay. In the way, that's okay if that's the best. Don't overdo it. Everybody deals with their own stuff. But I appreciate everybody. And chase your dreams. Also, since it is the holiday season, no matter what you celebrate or don't celebrate, if there's people in your life that you haven't heard from for a while, reach out. If it's, good, tell the people that you love them. Tell the people that you're close to that you care about them, that you're thinking about them, and improve. Maybe you want to forgive somebody. You especially, you don't have to reach out to somebody to forgive them, but if somebody is living rent-free in your head, just mentally forgive them. Doesn't mean you have to talk to them. And stress is hard. But maybe the other good thing coming your way. And just think positive. I mean, sometimes it's hard. And I wish great things for all of the people. I try to lift a lot of people up. And sometimes it's not easy. But I try really hard. Even if I'm struggling, it makes me feel better by lifting other people up. And I'm just grateful. Very humble, and just know that you matter. And continue going on. Keep on keeping on. And excuse me. And just take a risk. Do something that you may not normally do. And that's all right. And I'm very appreciative. And I'm grateful for the people who know how to lift me up, know how to make me smile. I can be very socially awkward and deal with a lot of things. Sometimes I don't know what to say in certain things. But I try really hard to be positive. But it's a ramble because my brain's going a million miles a second and it's hard to concentrate. And finding the right words. And that's, excuse me. And that is definitely okay. Especially for me. So, deep breath. And I'm thankful. I'm ready to keep going the next, couple months. It's gonna be hard for me. And I'm probably gonna maybe find the thing that I like talking about. Cause, some of the things that I find really interesting or things that I really like. I want to, shout from the rooftops and enjoy, like, when I talked about Final Fantasy 15, I really enjoyed it. And I only really talked about where I was at that point. And I actually haven't really played it since. I've not been feeling well. And I've been sleeping a lot. And helping other people. I did take a walk a couple days ago. That was nice. It's nice to just go on a good walk. Clear one's brain. And I'm just glad that you listen to me on a weekly basis. And hopefully you can continue. I'm grateful for the support. But I'm going to let you have a good Saturday, even if you're listening to it on a Wednesday. So thank you all. I love you all. And may you have a wonderful week. And I hope to see you here next week. This has been Coping with Life, Disabled and Mentally Ill. I am your host, Scott. Please be safe out there. Please be careful. Love you all. I'm hoping good things come your way. Best of luck. Good vibes. And I bid you all adieu.